It is the most common for ship's mages. I believe, well, to my knowledge, I am one of the few third, although I believe the Admiral's ship's mage is also a third order. And there are likely more in the Kerites, but they have their own traditions.
Have you dealt at all with the lodge out of Bahrain?
I must admit, from my location, am not the most worldly. I have not heard of this lodge.
Well, there is one. We're outsiders to the city, if that wasn't obvious.
Yes, I know all the other the regular mages around here. But if you're interested in what the lodge can provide to you, we have not much in the way of tomes or official learning, but I am a talisman craftsman, as are a few others. There is at least one alchemist among us. We can provide services such as that.
Well, I think we'll provide great business for you.
Yes.
That's good to hear. And of course, if you're ever looking to share in the mutual benefit of learning, be it with magic or magical items or the like, this is the
great.
place.
Because I have to ask about your scars. I assume you do blood magic. I've never actually had to fully cut myself to do blood casting, right?
No, I mean it all it has to be is some kind of self-harm, which I'm assuming Tara's is just electrocuting yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I think you usually use a Benny to not get a wound.
I've never actually taken a wound, but
You,
I still am self-harming and
you are still hurting yourself. It's just with the bloodcaster edge, you still are thematically hurting yourself, but you're doing it in efficiently, so it doesn't significantly impact your strength.
Yeah. I assume these are from blood magic. I'll
Yes.
point to the scars.
I am blood magic is quite useful in many of the rituals that I perform.
You do ritual magic?
That I do.
Well, this is something I've been very interested in these past few months.
Well, if you are interested in learning, then, and you have some time, our doors are open.
I am. Both.
We'll have to come back sometime.
Suit yourself. We're not going anywhere.
Well, it's shame that I had. What is this guy's name again?
Lachlan.
Lachlan.
Yeah.
We will be good friends, you and I.
In the meantime, I forget. Did big armor guy? Did he seemed resilient to damage, right?
Yes. I don't know how much you shot him. He didn't die when you shot him.
Right.
He also, when you were fighting him, he had a magic protection spell cast on him.
Right. I'm trying to think if there's any useful talismans we could grab while we're here.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm actually pretty full up on talisman. Well, I'm sure we will be back, you can expect us in the future.
A pleasure to meet you, and our doors are always open. And if you want, you can like hang out there a little bit longer and just like talk about some general stuff as you drink your coffee or whatever you got.
I
Coffee
will
spiked with
definitely
rum.
ask him about ritual magic stuff.
Yeah, he'll
Maybe-
explain some of the.
I also want to ask about like foci. Like if like they're usually quite small and compact, but is it possible to make like a large one and perhaps for like ritual purposes, or if it's super specific, like the components you need for ritual spells?
For like ritual foci.
Yeah. I'm basically wondering if you can make foci, like generic foci, on a larger scale for ritual magic.
There are certain practices that can benefit rituals at large. There tends to be like a trade-off with like the broader the spectrum, the weaker the or like the less the benefit is.
Okay.
So if you have something like very specialized for the specific ritual you want to do, then it's going to give you a much better bonus. Whereas like there is some like broad stuff that you can do, like for like classical Federation ritual styles, like silver infused chalk is something that's pretty commonly used, and stuff like that. There's probably some like bone based stuff that you could figure out as well, with like using carvings and the like.
Okay.
For like broad stuff, like an example would be like you could probably carve some like a set of bones from like sea creatures and use that as a focus for water arcana rituals.
Yes, that's exactly what I was hoping for.
That's something that he suggests as you're talking.
Yeah, I light up when he says that. Ooh, okay. Alright. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to ask him. That's it.
Do you have a clay jar I can buy off you?
He says we have many clay jars. Here, you can have one.
Thank you.
Think of it as a welcome gift.
Oh, do you sell any hashish?
Sorry,
it's just I know how mages are, and it's generally just better to ask outright.
It's like I think we have some around here. If we don't make it a business to sell it precisely, but if you want some, certainly.
Or if you know someone I can get it from, that's also fine.
There is an establishment further downtown called the Emerald Cloud, which has a plethora of substances, recreational and otherwise.
Ah, yes, green-colored cloud. Makes sense now.
Perfect, thank you.
Yep. Yeah, so also in your conversation, you learn that his with his specialism in psychomancy, his most of the talismans he has and his ritual magic is focused around mind-based things.
Oh yeah, what talismans does he have?
It's pretty safe to assume that he has any talisman from
cast.
Yeah, that he can cast. So powers in the psychomancy section are he either has them or he can get them fairly short order.
Oh, there's some good stuff in there. Mainly like disguise and detect conceal arcana.
Yeah.
Illusion
stuff.
Yeah, that's good shit.
You say as lighting up
Actually, Conceal Arcana has come in handy in the past.
Yeah.
And Mind Link. That's the other one I'm interested in.
Yeah, those are definitely like talismans that are not as common as in just like general random chance.
Oh, what does Illusion do?
It makes an illusion. It's fairly open-ended, I think. It's like an area of effect illusion similar to like major image in D&D. I think you can add other senses to it as well with extra power points.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of a cool one.
Hey, I'm gonna huddle our group and like, do we want to pay him to just pop into town every now and then and make an illusion of us walking around?
Oh, that's a pretty interesting idea. How much do you do it for?
Also, how trustworthy he might just sell that info to. I guess that doesn't really.
I'm gonna say I doubt he would. You're not gonna sell us out to mage hunters, would you?
Of course not.
Say there was a sect of fanatic mage hunters around, and they didn't like us. You wouldn't deal with them, would you?
Kind of, his demeanor sort of gets a little bit more serious and says, "Is there?"
Yeah, out of Hallamore. You know the church there?
I've heard of it, yes.
Oh, they're in town.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. That's good to know.
If that upsets you, talk to the Admiral.
Huh.
I mean, I have a feeling they're not going to be doing any actual mage hunting here, but...
All the same, I think I will keep an eye on that situation. I appreciate the heads up.
My friend here had a thought. Maybe you could, see, we're trying to avoid these people, but we also don't want them to know what we're up to. We're leaving town for about a week or so, and we're wondering what it might take for you to go down to our vessel and make the illusion that we are about the ship every now and then until we're back.
For a few days.
Throw these mage hunters for a loop.
Yeah, that's right.
I can do that. Don't worry about any compensation. I'd probably be doing something similar anyways.
Oh, good. Well, we're going to buy things from you anyway.
I like getting things off to a mutually beneficial start.
God, this guy's... Why aren't other people like this?
Yeah, he's a lot better than the Admiral.
He gets it.
Than the Cardinal.
Like, kind of creepy mind mage guy. He's right. I knew he'd be right your pace. Given your past experience of just immediately going to the village witch and befriending her. All right, yeah. So, anything else you want to talk to or do with Lachlan here before you head on your way?
I'm gonna buy a thing of Mind Link.
Okay.
A talisman of Mind Link and a talisman of Conceal Arcana.
And link your mind to Paul.
I mean, that's one.
You already have that, right?
Yeah.
No, that's not a part of the power in this RPG.
Oh.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah, must be D.
Alright, sounds good. Definitely has both of those.
Does he have both of them in both 5 and 10?
Let's see, what are the power point costs of those base?
It's 1 for Mind Link per person.
Per person after the second, I assume. Because it affects.
It's 1
Yes.
per card and then 1 more per person.
Right.
So it'll be 2 points for all 3 of us.
Yeah, he has 1 in 5 points and 10 points, why not?
And then what about the Conceal Arcana?
Same.
Alright. And I forget, it's 175 for the... No, 125.
125 for every...
For the 10 point.
Yep.
Alright.
I believe those are both novice spells, so... Cost. They are.
Oh, the level of spell affects the cost of the talisman?
I think so. Pretty sure...
I've not been paying. I've only been paying. Where is this? This is in the Shadows of
An additional 50 marks for each power rank beyond novice. Oh no, sorry, that's additional 50.
Alright, I'll take some money off later.
I don't think we bought many spells beyond.
Yeah, most of the ones that you bought were novice.
Yeah. The only one was invisibility I had at one point.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's seasoned, right?
Yep.
So that's a 15.
My talisman of object reading that lasted for way too long.
Yep.
It's not. I mean, it's not way too long. It's just it lasted just as long as we needed it to.
It probably lasted for like 20 power points.
Which is just as long as
It's starting gear, so
Yeah, it was not. It was pretty nice.
All right, so I only have the money to. I'm gonna buy a 5 power point of the Conceal Arcana and a 10 power point of the Mind Read or Mind Link.
sounds good.
I'll kick in some cash if we can get the 10 power points.
Well, if you want to just get another 5.1, it's the same price, and then we can have it split up.
Oh yeah, sure.
Want to make sure. Oh, it's with detect.
So that's a 5 PowerPoint talisman of conceal.
Correct. Or detect conceal. Actually,
Right.
It is both. You can do either one with it because that's his power. Can do either one.
Right.
Right.
I have detect, so we'll never use
Yeah,
that.
so it's conceal.
Fine.
Maybe I'll need it and you're not around.
I mean, maybe, yeah. Who knows?
Or if you fight someone who's like invisible.
Yeah.
All right.
Okie dokie.
So that's all for that then.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
You guys ready to set off
buy anything?
on your journey?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, sounds good.
Let's go do that Indiana Jones shit.
Yep.
Before we go, we should probably determine what exactly this sacrifice thing is in case we need to prepare for it here in town.
That might help.
If you want to help me find a bug, I'm going to try to talk to the muse. We can just go off in the woods real quick and do that.
Oh.
Yeah,
we could
you're-
probably get... Yeah.
You're in a jungle. You can definitely find a bug quite quickly.
Yeah.
I'll, take a close look at Mr. Dibbs' hair. Just there you go.
Yep. That'll do
Hey,
it.
bug.
Hey, bug.
I think preferably like a beetle or a butterfly, or
It needs to be a beetle, a butterfly, a dragonfly, or a moth.
Yeah. So you can't use a mosquito, but okay. But yeah, you can find that. Where are you gonna do this ritual?
Off the beaten path.
Just kind of like on the edge of the trees.
Yeah.
All right, and are you gonna do it with both of them present, or are you gonna just walk off by yourself for a bit?
I'll be back.
All right.
Is that suspicious?
Guys, can you help me find a bug? Okay, I'll be later. Bye.
Put in this jar. All right, I'll be back.
All right, so you go down there and you perform the ritual.
Yep.
And throw the bug down, or throw the jar down.
Yep.
We'll say it was a dragonfly that you got. Kind of like buzzes its way up out of the broken remains, and you hear the whispering voice on the wind say, "Oh, hello there, my dear little rock. It's been too long since we've last talked."
Well, it's so much work to talk to you. If you just want to talk to me, that's fine. You can do that.
There are ways that we could arrange, my little bird. I can tell you.
Sure.
I will speak of it later. Now you have more pressing things to attend to, don't you?
I think you know what I'm going to ask you.
Oh, but ask it all the same, my little.
I guess the first question I'll ask is I just want to verify that is indeed the location to the gate.
That is correct. Your elder spoke the truth.
And he said something about a sacrifice. What kind of sacrifice? What are we talking about?
In order to open the gate, an offering of blood must be given, little bird. Whereupon you must charge 4 seals upon the gate with the energy of the elements. Be warned, however, that if the seals are not properly charged before the offering is used up, the gate will not open.
What kind of offering are we talking about? Like a lamb, my own blood.
The stronger the sacrifice, the more time you will have. It is not one that would drain you of your life without some time. You and your friends are strong enough to give quite a bit to it. For clarity, it'll not kill you right away. It'll do auto wounds to you.
Right. Okay. And then the 4 elements. Do we need to use the 4 elements for this? Or just charge the runes of the 4 elements with their blood?
You must charge the runes with the power of the 4 elements, my dear.
She's not going to be more or less elusive than that.
Most likely not.
So she says, I believe that is all of our questions, unfortunately. But just know, Robin, that this is a very good opportunity. There's great power down there. Power that you can use to do whatever you want.
And what do you want me to do?
I want to do what makes you happy, Robin.
Oh, good.
As I always have. I'll be watching you.
I know.
And the dragonfly shrivels up, and the little cackle, the voice disappears.
I don't know if this will do anything, but I'm just gonna say out loud, like, feel free to help me if you want.
Alright.
Alright. I'll go back.
Oh, no, actually, that I forgot about something that she was gonna say. Yeah, rewind a second before that happens. So she says, there is one thing that I can offer you, a way to grant more power to protect you from this sacrifice a little longer. All you must do is fill a glass jar with 4 butterflies and wear it around your neck or the neck of the one who makes the offer. Yeah, and then she does creepy goodbye thing.
Okay, so we need to find 4 butterflies and a talisman of control elements that can control fire and whatever the other element is, earth.
That's the what I just posted. That's the vibe I'm getting from your dragonfly friend.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it was probably at least subconsciously inspired by that.
Yeah.
I don't think I directly made it relate to that, but it's pretty.
I mean, this character predates your exposure to that show, right?
No, I watched the show before that.
Oh, you did.
Hey,
okay.
I'm the one that first posted that like a whole bunch of weeks ago.
Yeah, I remember.
And you mentioned that you hadn't gotten to there yet. So.
Yeah, I didn't even start watching it yet. All right, so I'll relay what and everything. I won't hold anything back.
To be clear with the element, it's any kind of element, like any version of the element can.
Oh, okay.
So you don't need specifically elemental manipulation. It's just any form of that. It just has to be enough to charge it.
Well, let's go back to that mage shop and see if we can get elemental manipulation.
Wait, hang on. So, okay, hang on. So you get a dragonfly, you go in the woods, and now you say you know how to open the gate, but we need the 4 elements?
Yeah, keep up, Tara.
Well, can we slather some mud on it and then put a torch next to one of them?
Then spit on the other, and
I mean, we got water and air. That's not a problem.
I mean, yeah, probably. If they have a talisman of control elements for fire and earth, that'd be fine. But also, I need a glass jar and 4 butterflies. So if we could get on it, that'd be great.
All right, well, I'll go fucking chase butterflies then for a while.
All right, I'm gonna go buy a glass jar from the mages. Bye.
Okay.
Alright. Give me a survival roll to catch butterflies, Tara.
I will absolutely do that. I do have
That's the
survival.
main reason why I added this part.
yep, just this.
Hey, I got a 5 to catch butterflies.
Yeah, you Yeah, I mean, like I said, you're in a jungle. There's lots of like bugs and flowers and stuff. So you catch 4 butterflies without too much time wasted.
Blutterflies.
Blutterflies, yeah. And you are an adept butterfly catcher. Okay.
What's the captain doing? Oh, she's in the jungle catching butterflies.
Oh my god, I just realized that we haven't told our crew that there's just gonna be random illusions on board.
Oh. Probably tell them.
Yeah. Maybe we go back to the ship, go down, talk to them, and then turn invisible and walk out.
You could do that.
What are those? Are they moon pools? They're called in ships that it's like a way to get out through the hull.
Yep, moon pool.
We need one of those.
I don't know if those were like around in this time period.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure that's not how ships were designed. Back in the day. Okay, so they do have a talisman of control Earth.
I don't know. We need it. They have a jar.
They have a jar. You can have another jar.
Thanks. I broke your other one on accident.
Meaning you walked out into the jungle and chucked it at the ground.
Yeah. On accident.
Yeah. Ritual stuff, they understand.
I broke your orb. Oh well, accidents happen. On purpose. I'm sure you had a good reason.
Oh yeah. Like smashed it. Okay, so yeah, you got your glass jar full of butterflies. Do you want to buy any of the Earth Talisman or anything, or are you just gonna wing it?
Well, I don't have the monies for it. If they want to pitch in, that's fine. Otherwise, they would just wing it.
I mean, if we don't have fire, we need to figure something out anyways, right? I don't know.
Right. We'll figure it out. We'll be fine.
All right.
We'll be
I'm
fine.
also currently carrying 6 talismans around. No, 7, 8, 9, 10 talismans around.
Oh my god, you got a lot of talismans.
I don't need more talismans.
Oh yeah, and the talismans that you get, Lachlan's talismans, they're not bone talismans.
Huh.
They are. Oh, I can't remember what the flavor was for his. Yeah, I don't remember. Not important right now. I'll probably remember next session or something if it comes up.
I really should take that edge and start selling talismans at Old Midge.
All right, yeah. So you guys, after plenty of preparation, you head out probably around noon with all the butterfly catching and rituals and talking and stuff. Maybe a little bit afternoon, actually. But you guys set off down the path, and we're on the map here.
I think we started to go back to the ship and then.
Are you going to go back to the ship and do the invisibility thing?
Well, we have to go back and tell them to expect illusion anyway.
Right.
Yeah. Oops. I mean, we decided that on our way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a new turn of events when we found it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can do that and inform them without problem.
I'll keep an eye out for that raven as well too.
Okay. You spot it on the inner side of town again. Yeah. A couple of ravens just sort of around.
Okay.
So then, are you going to just walk out of town like normal, or are you gonna do the invisibility thing?
I mean, if we're here, might as well try to do the invisibility thing.
All right. I mean, you're the invisibility person, so.
All right. Step back. I gotta prepare for this. All right, invisibility. Where are we at? I intangibility, invisibility. 5 power points, +3 for each additional participant. I'm gonna do it with Paul too, aren't I?
I mean, he could just fly like away from you a little bit, or up in the sky.
Can I just like cover him in a cloak while we're walking through town, or is he his own being at this point?
Sure, yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
He's a familiar. He can be covered in a cloak.
So that's 11. So -6. I will think on it. So -4. Well, so here's the thing. I got a 12, but I rolled a 1.
Ah.
There it is.
I don't want to risk damage.
Go back.
Well. Okay, at this point I'm probably getting mad. So I'll start rage casting. Well, I got a 9, but this time I rolled a 2, and I'm rage casting.
There's all the bennies.
All right, got a 5.
Okay, there you go. It only took 4 bennies.
And then we need to, I don't know, do we need to detect or conceal our...
Probably not. They probably don't have somebody with Detect Arcana up 24/7, right?
Yeah.
Probably not. All right. Well, yep. Well, you are definitely invisible, despite the amount of effort it took, Robin. But yeah, so you guys are able to head out of Gray Harbor without incident. A couple miles along the path until you get to the ferry, which is just like this little dock and there's like a hut next to the dock with a younger carrot guy there who sort of waves at you guys as you approach. And he sort of calls out in carrot, says, "Hello, need to get across?"
Yes, please.
All right. And he just kind of like hops up and no asking for like money or anything, just sort of hops down there.
What a nice guy.
Yeah.
What a crummy socialist island this is.
Our ferry, comrade. All right, yeah. So he takes you across, and it's a fairly large crossing, so it takes some time. But you guys get across. He probably talks to you a little bit on the way there. All in Karite. So it's sort of directed at Robin. He says, "Going down the trail to Port Freedom?"
Yeah. How'd you know?
Well, that's the only place to go from here, unless you're going hunting.
No.
Watch out when you go through the marshes. There's a lot of kelpies there this time of year.
Are kelpies migratory?
They wander,
Okay.
looking for prey. You know.
What do you know about this mountain over here?
Oh, it's cursed or something.
Pity.
Okay.
Thanks.
I just know that we're not supposed to go there.
All right.
Yeah, so you get across to the other side, and it's this sort of like not dense jungle, just kind of like a mix of trees and grassland around here, and the mountain sort of like towers above you the closer you get to it. So are you guys just gonna like straight off-road it and go to like up to the foot of the mountain right away, or are you could follow the trail and get a little bit closer before trying to find like a path up?
We follow the trail. I'll send Paul out ahead to try to find a trail up to the
Okay,
cliff.
sure. All right, let's see here. So you're probably fairly close, pretty close to nightfall by the time you get like down the trail a couple of miles. Definitely apparent from your late start that you're not going to make the trek in one day.
Oh, we're not campers.
No, I just thought about that. Like, wait a minute. Sorry, no, we have-
I was like,
I
oh,
assume you
God.
brought some like food and stuff at the very least, but
I mean, we have from like the elements, so
We're used to being like adventurers.
yeah. Well, so yeah, like
the way we adventurers, we bring our home with us everywhere.
Yeah.
the benefit. Well, so we'll assume that you guys brought some like basic, like bedrolls and some provisions with you because you knew it was going to be a couple of days. But yeah, you don't have the best of camping equipment.
We are not fantastically prepared, I'm sure.
No.
It's fine.
At least our provisions are good for long journeys.
All right. Are you going to keep watch through the night, or take watches?
We usually have crewmen to do that. Does
Yeah.
Paul need to sleep?
He does.
I think this was
He is
a terrible job to
Still a
take.
parrot.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, we're no strangers to keeping watch, so I think we definitely will.
All right. Why?
I can't
Oh.
maintain a spell and sleep at the same time, can I?
No, you cannot. Why don't we do this? We'll just each one of you give me a notice roll and just assume that you evenly divide the watches up.
I'll
Or-
take the darkest so I can use my night vision.
Sounds good.
Oh boy.
Well, assuming it's site-based.
Well, I got a negative 2.
A negative
Yeah.
2.
Oh, sorry, I got a 2 because of negative 2. Because of the negative 2, I got a 2.
Yeah, so you got a 0.
Right, I got a 0 as well.
I got a 6.
All right, so
I'm gonna put Paul on one of their random ones.
okay,
We'll say Tara because she's both storm touched and eye patched.
yeah.
Oh, Paul. Oh, Paul rocked it.
It's probably
Nice.
better for me to just close my damn eyes and feel wind movement.
Probably. Yeah. So Robin, your watch goes. So your watches all go by uneventfully. The mosquitoes are pretty bad. That's the main reason why by Tara and Mr. Dibbs, you guys just are not paying too much attention. They are biting you a lot.
Yeah, I'll probably definitely use like deflection. Would that keep the mosquitoes away?
Yeah, probably. And they can't really fly through like strong winds, so yeah. But yeah, they're a nuisance.
Can I throw up deflection on all three of us during my watch?
Yes, you can.
This is very important. It goes up.
All right. Yeah, so that keeps them from biting you while you're awake at the very least. But you can still hear the like buzzing hum throughout the trees. But yeah,
damage field.
just kill them.
We're just bug zappers.
Yeah, just like zzz, zzz, they get near you.
They get zapped, right?
Yep.
Like totally.
Literally. Okay, so yeah, the night passes by uneventfully. In the morning, you guys are maybe not the most well rested, and definitely you're wishing that your ship could fly inland.
One day.
But you continue along your way.
One day we are going to
towards the mountain. So the let's see, the next day, you guys walk through the day. Are you gonna walk up? Are you gonna try and fly up the mountain, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We nope, not having this shit. We're gonna fly up the mountain.
No mountain climbing.
We tried being outdoorsy people for.
Go ahead and give me a notice roll for Paul, though, Robin.
No. Actually, I can use my bennies for Paul, and it's almost 9 o'clock. 15.
15. Nice. Are you rolling for fly?
No. Oh yeah. Fly with the speed bonus for -3. Or -3, and then channel for -1. So I got a 4.
4. All right. Yeah. So that definitely increases your time to get to the top of the mountain. It is a pretty tall mountain.
We could fly for like an hour and easily clear like a day's at least worth of walking.
Yeah, we should just fly back, to be honest. Like, all the way back to the island. Not right now, it's when we're done.
Just right now. Like, nah, screw this.